It's afternoon even right now. We're also live
Good
on
afternoon,
our
Professor Wu.
okay.
Right, the collaboration between SGU and SolBridge is extremely important. I believe that moving forward, collaborations between countries like Indonesia and Korea is going to have substantial impact in the world. I think that students who are able to join both SGU and SolBridge are going to make a difference, and that's what we're looking for. So really making a tangible impact, a tangible difference, that's what we're working towards, and I think that this particular collaboration is going to do that for everyone.
Got on board, I found my first job in Korea, in many of Korean.
For future students who may be interested in the program between SGU and SolBridge, we have something called the Digital MBA. This particular program is very special to us, and I think that it's going to deepen the collaboration between SGU and SolBridge. So let me just give you a bit of a breakdown of what this program would look like. You would start the first semester at SGU, so you would continue with your studies as normal. In the second semester, you would study through SolBridge, but online. So what's interesting about this is that you would continue living in Indonesia, you would continue doing your job here and being with your family, but you would be doing your studies online with SolBridge. Then in the third semester, you continue studies at SGU. What is fantastic about this is that you never have to leave your home. You never have to leave your comfort zone. You do not have to leave your family behind. You're able to continue your studies with SolBridge as well. At the end of this, you get 2 degrees, one being SGU and one being from SolBridge. Just remember that you also get the Korean perspective, right, from all of our instructors, as well as you're able to get some kind of industry academic collaborations as well when you do this program with us online. What I would like to say to all students is that having a global perspective in this world today is so immensely important. And I believe that coming through a collaboration like with SGU and SolBridge is going to give you exactly this. You're going to meet individuals from all over the world. You're going to be able to collaborate with them, work on projects with them, experience true diversity. This is what we can give you with this type of program. We welcome you with open arms.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Whether you are joining us live on Zoom or watching YouTube, welcome to SGU's Meet the Professor with the theme of database marketing. My name is Camila from Bachelor of Global Strategic Communications, Batch 2020, and Brand Ambassador of SGU. I will be your MC. I hope that all of you are having a great start of the day. Meet the Professor is an interactive session where there will be a chance to gain valuable knowledge from reputable professors with extensive background and experiences. Today's theme, database marketing, was brought light through recent advances and rapid growth of database in the realm of business. We are delighted to delve into this deeper. This webinar is organized in collaboration with Swiss Germany, Indonesia, and SolBridge International School of Business South Korea, and is live on the Swiss German University YouTube channel. Seems like today there are more viewers on YouTube. First and foremost, we would like to invite Dr. Subo Musa, the head of MBA study program, to give the opening remarks and provide an overview of the MBA International Double Degree Program in collaboration between the SGU and SolBridge International School of Business, South Korea.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, Professor Sang Woo. And first of all, on behalf of the SGU, once again, I would welcome Professor Song Woo from SolBridge. Later on, that he will be sharing his insight on the database marketing. And also, I welcome for those that are watching the YouTube or through this online Zoom. Welcome to this program. Now, let me very briefly introduce the program, the and the MBA program of the SGU Graduate School of Business. So our philosophy in this program, first of all, our tagline is the be a leader who matters and inspires in whatever that our students are doing in the professional as well as in the personal life. So the philosophy is next. Can you just you want me to share it? That's okay, Ilham? Okay.
Okay, please, Pak. Thank you, Pak.
I hope everybody can.
Yes, Pak, we can.
Okay.
Okay.
So first is obviously the program should be an innovatively dynamics that all the student, be it at the SU or the SolBridge, will experience the dynamic of the program are very innovative. And first of all, we emphasize on the development of the critical thinking because I think this is very important, not only in the academic perspective, but especially in the professional when you work. This critical thinking is very important in developing your professionalism. And also, we need to also be agile intuitively on what's going on around us. So that is the philosophy that we would like to emphasize in our program. And also some of the courses that most of the courses we structure in such a way that will be strategically fit to the needs of the workforce, the need of the business world. And also, obviously, we also have the collaborative human-centric. So this is also a reflection on how we collaborate with SolBridge, and not only the faculty, but also is the between the students. Last but not least, we would like that this program becoming a knowledge hub for the students that are entering into our programs. Now, our approach in this program is one is very practical and the updated knowledge. We apply these business case driven courses where we more emphasize on the class discussion and exchanging ideas and knowledge between the student as well as the faculty. And then we also applicable and implementable on the business practices. From time to time, we have guests from the industry that can share his or her experience, not only sharing, but probably they also from time to time will challenge the students' critical thinking on some of the issues or problems in the business practices. And last but not least is the approach we would like to sustain the achievement result from the students. Okay, so that is the approach. Now, why the SGU MBA program with the SolBridge and the SGU? First is an international standard and benchmark, as our partner SolBridge is AACSB accredited for the business. And in terms of the course material, we try to review on the annual basis to make it agile and dynamics. And as I mentioned it before, it's a business practice-based course materials. And most of our courses have a final projects. And then driven by the case study. And also, we also practitioner-based faculty members with diverse international professional experience. Most of our faculty at the SGU, we are also practitioners in the business. And also part of the program that we encourage is to developing your communications and social capital, networking, and with our collaboration with SolBridge and also our other international networks, We hope that the student can also tap into this network as well as the alumni network once they are graduated from the program. And last but not least, I think this also very uniquely in our program. This collaborative program is the faculty will be also acting not just a lecturer, but also we will be doing a coaching, mentoring, and the providing an experiential learning for the students. Now, this is, I will just go very quickly. If you take the MM program, then there will be 1.5 years, 3 semesters. Basically, there are core courses that have accounting, marketing, and corporate. I think you can see this later in the brochures. But the point that I would like to emphasize on this is our program consists of the core courses that you need to have the basic understanding. And then we also have the elective, which is depending on where you like to be to concentrate. It can be on the marketing, on the operational operation management, on the strategy, on the finance. And I would like to highlight on the semester 3, which is the last semester, there is a capstone project. This is a management decision simulations that is very unique program where you need to manage a company. And also the highlight is the SGU boot camp. This will be an off-campus. It conducted 3 days and 2 nights. Off-campus meaning we out of the Jabodetabek area in outside Jakarta. We have been doing it from Bali for these past few years, and it's a very exciting and interesting program. Now, on the elective side, we have 4 areas that the student can tap into: is marketing area, the finance, the strategy, and the operation management area. We also have this digital innovation and the data science for managers, and we put under the area of operation management. Now, the course structure at the SGU, we have there's 9 sessions per class. It's a 4 weeks. So one semester we consist of 2 sessions. So actually, but 16 weeks plus the 9 session. 1 session is basically a spare session when there is a make-up class, things like that. And the method, as I mentioned it before, is driven by case study, exercise, team projects. We also have a books review and class presentation, the roundtable discussion, and sometimes we also have the field trips. And the format is a hybrid. It can be online and offline, especially for those outside the Jabodetabek. You can join us on the online, but from time to time, you may want to join us on site just to have fun together with the student on site. And the location is SGU campus or TBD. It can be conducted on outside the campus. So actually, we have 2 programs. One is regular public, which is on the Saturday, only the Saturday class. Our MN MBA with SolBridge is on the Saturday class for the hybrid. Whereas if there is a corporate class, sometimes we also entertain a corporate class, which is one firm, they will send a certain number of the students from the same firm. So that will be conducted on the evening classes. Okay. Now, I think the highlight is the SGU MBA experience and the SolBridge. So basically, you will be spending 1 semester at the SGU, okay? Where in that first semester, the faculty of the SolBridge will be delivering the facilitating or lecturing one of the course. And then on the second semester, you will be with the SolBridge faculty and online. But on Saturday, you still have live online with the faculty of the SolBridge to do they can do the mentoring and coaching during this allocated. So let me just go through very quickly in more detail in terms of the double degree program curriculum with SolBridge. Semester 1, you will have 4 courses, which is divided into 2 sessions. We have the leadership and organizational behaviors. You have strategy and disruptive innovations. You have accounting, and you have business economic that will be facilitated by the SolBridge faculty. So in semester 1, you will be taking 12 credits total, which is the blue one is facilitated by the SolBridge online every Saturday. Okay. And the green one will be facilitated by the faculty of the SGU. Now, on the second semester, a very full will be facilitated by the SolBridge. So if the student take the double degree, then they will be doing the online. I think the online they call it digital. So during I think the time is up to the students to listen to the lecture. But on Saturday, there will be a class that will be used for the coaching and the mentoring session by the SolBridge faculty. So the 5 courses that the student will be taking is financial management, digital marketing management, operation management, and strategy for technology. And there's an elective which this from time to time will be changed depending on the students' interests. And then on the semester 3, then you will be joining with the SGU, and there will be 3 courses. One is the management decision simulations. This is carry 6 credits because this is a requirement by DICTE at the moment. Even though there's already a new regulation that it's up to the university whether it's thesis or project, but at the moment the SGU is still adopting the thesis requirements. And then the bootcamp, this is basically will be a collaboration with SolBridge. Will be conducted this program. So you will be taking 10 credits on the semester 3. So total is about 37. Now, there is an interesting twist on this for those that are joined the double degree. At the end of the semester 2, where you are being facilitated by the SolBridge faculty, then the student is mandatory to go to the South Korea, to the SolBridge campus for about 2 weeks. Now, what are you going to do? There are so many things that we'll be doing, among others. You will be finishing your course there at the SolBridge. Either you are presenting your final projects in front of the SolBridge faculty there, and then they may have some excursion to some of the industries in South Korea. And of course, there will be some fun, relax, and between the faculty of the SolBridge and all of you, the students. So that's the additional on this double degree program. And I think that's all that I will like to think. So I just want to close. What are the benefit and the rewards? Obviously, is along your journey into this program, you will also develop your leadership skills, especially in these changing times. And also because they emphasize in the experiential learning. So then you also will be going through life-changing experience. And again, this is the journey that will help you to develop your critical thinking and the way that you see a diversity from different students, from different faculty, and also from different courses. And then is living the knowledge management experience, because we are exchanges. We are not teaching, but we try to exchange the knowledge between the faculty and the student, and among the faculty and among the student, especially when you go into this double degree program. And last but not least, obviously, is the live networking opportunities. Like today, event is part of these networking opportunities between the SolBridge and the SGU, as well as be it from the faculty perspective, as well as from the students' perspective. So I think with that, thank you for joining us. And if you have any questions, I think some of our people stand by to uh, attend your questions. So thank you. I'll give it back to the MC on the program.
Thank you, Dr. Subowo, for the opening remarks and the wonderful overview of the MBA International Double Degree Program in collaboration with SGU and SolBridge International School of Business, South Korea. I'm sure we all present today, including all the viewers on YouTube, share the same enthusiasm for today's webinar. Esteemed audiences, by joining today's webinar, you are to gain a lot of benefits. First, you are to obtain one free business and professional coaching session with an expert from SGU or SolBridge. Today, we also would like to open the opportunity for free registration for the MBA double degree program, where there is a scholarship for up to 50%. Should you have more inquiries, you may contact SGU marketing staff for further details after the webinar. Upon beginning the webinar, I would like to introduce our speaker and his background. Dr. Sang-Woo Shin is an assistant professor at SolBridge International School of Business. Prior to joining the SolBridge faculty, he served as assistant professor of marketing at the Carnert School of Management, Purdue University. He earned BBA and MBA from Seoul National University and PhD in marketing from University of Rochester. His research interests lie in quantitative modeling in marketing, including dynamic consumer decision under uncertainty, strategic firm decision in the direct marketing context, conjoint analysis, and applied Bayesian statistics. Without further ado, we welcome Dr. Sang-Woo Shin to begin the webinar session. The stage is yours.
Okay, thank you for introducing me to the audience. My name is Sang-Woo Shin. Let me share my screen first. And after that, so can you see the screen?
Yes, we could.
Okay, so good afternoon, everybody. It's my pleasure to be the part of today's webinar. Today, well, I will get you some really brief snapshot of one of the classes I have taught in SolBridge, which can be, I think, the part of this curriculum. I mean, so if you guys look at the list of the elective classes and classes in the program, then you may remember that one of the courses is the digital marketing management. So not exactly same as that. However, the database marketing I'm going to briefly talk about today has some substantial overlap with the digital marketing. So some former prospective, the students have some good sense of what would like to be taught in that digital marketing management if you join the program. Okay. Initially, I start with introducing myself to you. However, Camilla, as you already see, she nicely wrapped up my introduction. So let me skip this self-introduction and directly jump into the course, the database marketing. So the very first question we have to ask ourselves is, what is database marketing? Well, you may have some textbook definition, which is the database marketing, or DB in short. DBM in short is the use of customer databases to enhance marketing productivity through more effective acquisition, retention, and development of customers. Well, as you can see, this definition has the three underlined part, which the meaning of each of these underlined part will be elaborated upon soon. However, before getting there, at this point of time, simply understand DBM or database marketing is just a combination of database and marketing. So as long as you have some good sense of each of them, you must have good sense of the database marketing. So before getting into that much detail, let me briefly talk about what is database and what is marketing and what is the database first. For example, well, if you have any chance to take any marketing class, the different professors have their own different definition of the marketing. Well, let me briefly share with my definition of the marketing. If someone asks me what marketing is, then I usually say the marketing is a combination of 3 C's and 4 P's. Well, very short definition, however, it is meaningless without knowing what 3 C's are and what 4 P's are. So let me briefly touch on the basic concepts for the marketing first. Well, let me start with the definition of the market first. Well, if you look up the dictionary, what's the meaning of market? Well, the market in the dictionary, is the place where transaction happens. So the marketing as an academic field, in marketing, we would like to study what's happening in the marketplace. So if you focus on transaction happening in the marketplace, usually the transaction requires at least 2 parties. Well, we usually say buyers and sellers, but just say differently. Let's say the company and consumer. Transaction happening in the marketplace take places between company and consumer. Company goes to the market to sell their products or services. Consumers usually go to the market to purchase the products. If transaction happens between these 2 parties, between company and consumer, then what happens is the very nature of the transaction is exchange between money and value. So usually the value, if there is a transaction, value moves from company to consumer. In return for that, money goes from consumer to company. But the point is these 2 parties, well, you can see that in economics, we know that company would like to maximize their own profits. Consumers would like to maximize their own utilities. Well, simply put, so both parties are selfish. So 2 selfish parties meet in the marketplace, exchange or transaction happens. What does that mean? Well, that resulted transaction must be mutually beneficial. So company, there must be some give and take. Company create the value and transfer that value to the consumer. In return for that, the consumers pay the money from their wallet. Well, the consumers not really purchase the products from the company for themselves. So when they decided to pay their money, the product or services must be valuable enough to justify the money they decided to spend. So if there is this type of the transaction, the focus is the marketing. We would like to understand the nature of this transaction from the company's perspective, not consumers. So from the company's perspective, we would like to make more money. We would like to maximize our own profits. To make more money, we would like to make the transaction happen. We would like to sell our products or services to the consumers. Then the point is, what should I do? What should we do as a company? We have to create a value. Then question is, how to create a value? Well, in marketing, there are 4 main vehicles we can use. Those 4 main vehicles happen to start with all alphabetical letter P. So we often call them 4P decisions. We would like to make the better product decision, price decision, promotion, and placement decision. by making these 4 major decisions, we would like to make the value. And if we successfully do such a job, then there will be some consumers who are willing to pay their money to purchase our products or services. Well, in that sense, we have seen that there are 2 C's in this picture and 4 P's. And there is one missing C. That's the competition. So the competition simply means we are not the only company in the market. There are many other companies who would like to do essentially same things. So we have to compete with them. So in the presence of competition, simply value creation is not enough. We have to create more value than other companies in the market. So now let's go back to the definition of the marketing. When I say marketing is the 3C plus 4 P's, then the 3 C's, something we have to know to do this job. We have to know about our own company. We have to know more about, well, consumers in the market and competitors in the market. Once we have good and enough understanding of all 3 C's, based upon that good understanding, we would like to make the 4P decisions. So 4P is what we have to do, 3 C's, what we have to know. So that's the very brief summary of what marketing is. Then anything related to understanding of 3 C's, anything related to helping us to make the good 4P decisions, that's going to be the topic of the marketing. So that's the definition of the marketing. Then let's take a look at what is database. Well, the database, often abbreviated as DB, in short, is a collection of information organized in such a way that a computer program can quickly select the desired pieces of the data. Simply put, a database is just a repository for information. And the database has 2 facets. One is technological, and the other one is substantive. So we may understand database as kind of as a technology, and if we would like to design the good databases and how to design the structure or architecture of the database, what would be the more efficient way of storing and retrieving the information in the database. So those are some technological aspects of the database. Usually that's going to be the main focus of management information system and some engineering areas. However, in the marketing, we don't care much about that technological aspects of the database. What we care more about database in marketing is just the information stored in the database. And what information is usually stored and collected and stored in the marketing databases. So that's going to be the main interest in the context of the database marketing. So given this, each good understanding, let me explain. I just briefly explain that what is database, what is the marketing, put them together, then we may have some good sense of what database marketing is. However, let me, as I said before, let me elaborate, go back to the textbook definition of the database marketing, and let me elaborate further on. So once again, the database marketing is the use of customer databases. So what we mostly focus on is there is the database containing some valuable information of the customers. So I will touch on some good example of the customer databases in a minute. Then we would like to use that. But why we would like to use that information contained in the customer databases? Well, we would like to make a better, a more productive marketing decisions. As I said, this means we would like to make a good product decision, placement decision, pricing decision, and promotion decision. But here is just one more sentence in this definition. Through more effective acquisition, retention, and development of the customers. So each underlined part has its own meaning. When we talk about the customer databases, we particularly focus on customer information. When we talk about the marketing productivity, we focus on 4 major marketing decisions, as I mentioned. And finally, and more specifically, we focus more on the customer acquisition, customer retention, and customer development of the customers. And these are 3 major forces of the database marketing. But one thing you have to notice at this moment of time, we talk about, in the context of the database marketing, we talk about retention and development of the customers. What does that mean? The acquisition is not the end of the story. If you make a successful marketing decisions, if you successfully acquire new customers, that's not the end of the story. After successful acquisition, we have to keep thinking about how to retain our existing customers in the long run and how to develop our own customers in the long run as well. So in this definition, one thing you have to notice is the database marketing basically talk about how to manage our customers in the long run. So let me tell you a bit more about that, those issues. So if you think about in the market, there are a number of people living in the market. Currently, they are not our customers. So let's call them potential customers or prospects. The potential customers can be new customers or maybe old customers, but old customers who decided to leave our company, or customers currently occupied by our competitors. But the point is they are not our customers at this moment of time. So what we have to do, we have to think about how to acquire. If we successfully acquire some of them, now they move from potential customer to our current customers. So this process is called acquisition. Once you successfully acquire some of the customers, then we have to think about retention. We would like to keep them as our current customers in the future. If we fail to do such a job, if we fail to retain some of our customers, then some of them move back from current customers back to potential customers. So this process is called the churn, customer churn, or simply mean it's the failed retention or failure of retention. And once we have a number of customers who decided to stay with us, given that if we retain them, then just one more thing we can make more money from them is just let them stay longer. At the same time, let them pay more. Let them purchase more with our products or services. Such a part is called the development. So in this picture, the simple rule to make more money is more acquisition, more retention, and more development, and less churn. That's just a simple formula. So database marketing, use of the customer database, use of the customer information contained in the database in a way to improve customer acquisition, customer retention, and customer development. Then, what is important thing is, what kind of the information is contained in customer databases? Well, let me get you some overview of history of the marketing / consumer data. Let's date all the way back to 1950s. Long time ago, the most popular form of customer data has been collected through the survey. So long time ago, it's the age of consumer survey data. But at certain point of time, there is the major breakthrough happened. Maybe late 70s or early 80s. The new form of consumer information was available, became available. And what was that? Well, nowadays, if you go to supermarket, when you would like to check out your regular weekly shopping, well, it is fairly common to simply process your products through the scanner. So there is the electronic scanner and scan your products, and all the products has the barcode. So the supermarket service people, very fastly process all the transactions. Well, obviously, that device is called the electronic scanner, and this device mainly for operational efficiency and more fast processing of the transactions. So it looks not really related to the marketing. It looks more related to the operation management. However, this actually adoption of electronic scanner early 1980s or late 1970s dramatically changed the nature of the marketing. Well, if you think about, as I said, we are, as a marketer or in marketing, we are primarily interested in what's happening in the marketplace. And the market is the place for transaction. But before this type of the data became available, marketing researchers had no information about what products purchased by consumers. Well, in the age of consumer survey data, we didn't directly observe what products purchased by consumers in the market. But after scanner data, after electronic scanner has been adopted by supermarkets, most of the grocery retailers, it dramatically introduced operational efficiency. At the same time, all the transaction information started being automatically stored in the retailer's database. So from this point on, marketers start having very accurate and very rich set of customer transaction data. So this happened in 1980s. So from this point on, marketing, the field became very quantitative. I mean, this type of the data became available to the marketing researchers, and the marketing field, the demand, the people who can analyze this of the data. So marketing field opened the door to the people from statistics, people from econometrics. So if you imagine some traditional marketing professors, usually their training basis are psychology. They talk about consumer brand attitude, emotions, attitude, lifestyle. However, after this particular transaction data became available, more quantitative people equipped with statistics and econometrics, they started working in the field of the marketing. And roughly speaking, today, roughly half and half quantitative people, half qualitative people living in the marketing. So when I Camilla introduced myself to you, I'm standing on the quantitative side of the marketing, mainly due to the availability of this data. But so this what happened in 1980s. later, maybe early or mid-90s, what happened? Well, scanner data. Who owns this data? Well, retailers, which means Walmart, Target, those retailers have this transaction data, but not necessarily Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola, not manufacturers don't have that. However, when we look at some companies, mostly the service companies, the bank, insurance company, delivery service company. So those type of the service companies realize that they have their own databases. I mean, mainly for their businesses. If you think about the bank, what is the key businesses you have to do? Well, bank is the place where customers deposit their money. So if you receive the money from the customer, you have to bookkeep all the transaction detail. Oh, this guy come to me at this day and deposit $100, $1,000. Or sometimes if they come to you and borrow some money, you have to record everything. Well, a long time ago, those transaction information was manually recorded. However, the database technology becomes more advanced. Well, pretty much everything is digitalized and automated. So the many service companies realize that they have the database and in which a good amount of valuable customer transaction information is there. So the companies started utilizing that customer information contained in their own databases. And such information is called the customer information file. And many companies start using that information to improve their marketing decisions. And this type of the things happens maybe early and mid-90s. So this customer information file served as a key basis for the new forms of the marketing, such as database marketing or customer relationship marketing. So that's what happened in the mid-90s. So the people started talking about the importance of, hey, we have to manage the relationship with our customers in the long run. So that's the essence of the customer relationship management. But when they do the CRM, they mostly use the customer information contained in the database. So some people say that's the database marketing. And anyway, so the trend of conducting database marketing and customer relationship marketing mostly started from early or mid-1990s. And finally, we are now living in the age of the big data. So many people talk about the big data marketing and the forms of the new information it's a bit different. Maybe the new source of the information became available at the hand of the marketing researchers. So it can be some data collected from the social media, or it can be some web log file, stream of all the clicks you make as a customers in the online shopping. So new types and new forms of customer information started available mainly because of technological advances in the recent years. So now we are living in the age of the big data. So that's the kind of the history of the marketing and consumer data. So if you would like to do marketing researcher or marketing analyst or database marketer, then you may think about, so what kinds of customer information has been available over the years. So from this screenshot, given this, let me tell you a little more about each of the different types of the data. For example, the survey data. It's the oldest form of the customer information. But, and even today, some companies actually use this type of the survey data to do their own businesses. Here is the one example, JD Power. This is the company usually publish the annual quality rankings of automobiles. But when they publish their own rankings of the automobiles, they basically do annual customer survey and collect the information. So one thing I would like to highlight, the survey data is one of the oldest form of the customer information. However, it's not totally useless in today. Today, still there is some value. If you think about survey is essentially you directly ask some questions to the customers. So you collected information by asking, not by observing their behaviors. So some important marketing concepts like the brand awareness, purchase intention, customer satisfaction, brand image consumers have. These type of the things are not still directly observable, even with huge technological advances. So if you are still interested in collecting information about this type of the construct, well, then still survey is the primary way of collecting this type of the information. Then second form of the data I mentioned is the scanner data. Here is a very popular example of the scanner data. Well, there is well-known example of the diaper and beer syndrome. What does that mean? Well, the scanner data, as I mentioned, became available from, let's say, early 80s. So once retailer start collecting scanner data, transaction data collected by the electronic scanner, which simply means it's a very detailed information about transactions. When consumer come to your place, purchase number of items, then list of the items and how much they pay, those type of the information is completely stored in the retailer's database. So some retailers started analyzing such a data. And that data is called the point of sales data. So at the point of sales, data collected by electronic scanner. Then one of the most popular example of this data is one company or one retailer, analyzed scanner data, and they realized that for some reasons, there are some consumers who purchase diaper and beer together. So are they complementary? I mean, like the pasta and pasta sauce, coffee and bread. Well, if someone say, hey, consumers purchase coffee and bread together, it's not something new. But at that time, this finding, some consumers purchase diaper and beer together, it looks surprising at that time, and try to figure out what's happening. Well, what the scanner data talk about is men between 30 to 40 years in age, shopping between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. on Friday. This type of the customers more likely to purchase diapers and beers together. So now you can imagine. This is what data tells. Now you can imagine. Oh, you're a 30 years old man, you have a newborn baby at home, but it's Friday, you have to go back home. However, you have to go back home to take care of your babies. However, it's the Friday night, you would like to watch some TV or sports or whatever, so you would like to drink a beer and watch TV, but at the same time, you have to take care of your newborn babies. So the diaper and beer syndrome initially looks a bit strange, but that's what's simply supported by the scanner data. But what makes this example more popular is not this finding itself. So once you figured it out, there are some customers who love to purchase beer and diaper together. Based upon this finding, the retailers make a simple marketing decision. What is that? Well, this motivated the grocery store to move the beer aisle closer to the diaper aisle. So the shelf space for the beer and shelf space for the diaper. Well, if consumers purchase those two different products together, so they simply move the beer aisle close to the diaper aisle. So if you have chance, well, I'm not so sure about the display, the shelf space format display in the Indonesia. I have no good idea. But if you go to the supermarket in the United States, it is still, for some reasons, the beer aisles, the baby item aisles are not closer to the beer aisles. And that just a decision is based upon this finding. What is most surprising is this. What happened after that? What you simply do is simply moving beer aisles close to the diaper aisle. Then the result of this simple decision is leads to an instant 35% increase in sales of both. So this legendary story led to a gold rush in data mining in 1990s. So after people look at, hear about this story, then people started, we try to find another findings like this to make more money. So there was a gold rush in data mining in 1990s for the scanner data. Well, here is another example of the scanner data. It's about the coupons. Well, in general, in my country, Korea, coupon is not that popular, but in United States, coupon was very popular in 70s, 80s, 90s. So if you are living in the United States, if you have a house, I'm pretty sure your mailbox will be full of the coupon books. So there are many marketing companies send coupon books to the people living in certain area in a fairly random fashion, fairly uniform fashion. So some people criticize coupon distribution is not very efficient because the coupon books, if you imagine, you are the person who received a book of the coupons. Usually a book contains, let's say, 1,000 different coupons. When you look at the book and try to find how many coupons you are interested in using, well, not really many. Maybe 3 coupons, maybe 5 coupons. So what the smart consumers do is they spend some time, look at the coupons in the coupon book, try to find the coupon they would like to use, and clip it. So such a thing is called the coupon clipping behavior. And maybe 90s, the Times and some US popular magazines talk about the write down the articles. Our smart consumers, they do the coupon clipping to save their money and so on. But given this, what is one example of that? Let's say, think about this. So there is one company who would like to issue the coupon different ways. So most traditional ways of the coupon distribution is the uniform/random. However, so this company basically makes some kind of the machine or system would like to issue the coupon which is personalized. And their idea is very, very, very simple. We have through the electronic scanner, the retailers have complete information about transaction history of the customers. Which simply means retailers know what you purchased in the past. So if you purchase Coca-Cola in the past, and there is a coupon for Coca-Cola, they simply issue that coupon for you or for the customers who purchase Coca-Cola. But your friend never purchased Coca-Cola. Instead, your friend purchased, let's say, Pepsi-Cola. Then coupon for the Coca-Cola will not be issued to your friend. But if the retailer has the coupon for Pepsi-Cola, then that coupon will be targeted at your friend. So in that sense, the coupon distribution is one-to-one. So it's an example of one-to-one price discrimination, and the coupon is issued at the point of sales instead of sending out to your mailbox. So that's another application of, so using the information contained in the scanner data, here is the company would like to come up with new ways of distributing the coupons. And one last example of the scanner data is about price match guarantee or price guarantee or price match guarantee more specifically. Have you heard about such a pricing policy, price match guarantee? So what is that? Well, the price match guarantee is usually it's the company willing to match their prices with competitors. If you think about electronic retailers, so in the United States, the biggest, the best electronic retailing company is Best Buy. So if you go to Best Buy, you can purchase Samsung TV or LG refrigerator, no, MacBooks or iPhones, whole bunch of electronics are there. The point is, Best Buy is the retailer, sell those electronics. All the electronic products not made by Best Buy. There is a Samsung TV, there is a LG refrigerator, there is a Apple, laptop and iPhones. So the point is, Best Buy is competing with another electronic retailer. So both retailers try to sell essentially same products. Samsung TV in Best Buy is exactly same as Samsung TV in its competitors' outlet. So the point is, in that case, whoever sells the same product at cheaper price, low price, is more likely to gain more market shares. So the electronic retailers, such as Best Buy, they have incentive to keep monitoring competitors' price. I'm selling Samsung TV. My competitor is selling the same Samsung TV. So I just keep an eye on how much they charge. Well, if my competitor charge, let's say $500. So if I would like to increase the chance of selling the same Samsung TV, I may set my price lower than my competitors. However, the problem is, even if the Best Buy has a good incentive to monitor the competitor's price, however, usually they are selling whole bunch of the different types of electronics, not only Samsung TV. There are refrigerators, there are washers, dryers, TVs, audios, phones. So monitoring competitors' price for a whole bunch of the different types of the electronic products, the monitoring cost is a bit high. So as a result of that, so some electronic retailers love to adopt so-called price match guarantee. So price match guarantee is, well, I don't want to monitor my competitor's price every day. However, I adopt a price match guarantee. My customers happen to pay more to me, But if they pay more to me, I'm willing to match the price differences. So I sell Samsung TV at $500, but my competitors sell the same TV at lower price than mine, let's say $400. There is $100 overpaid by my customers to me. If that is the case, I'm willing to pay back those $100 to my customers. So I'm willing to, I don't have any intention to charge higher price than my competitors. So that's the popular pricing policy adopted by the electronic company, electronic retailers. But that's not the case. Well, that's not the case for the grocery retailers. However, when this is the first retailer who adopt price match guarantee using the new technologies. So the issue is the grocery items. It's not very expensive. The Coca-Cola, for example, $5 for the 6 packs of the Coca-Cola. I may charge $5, but my competitors charge $4. I overcharge $1. So consumers realize that, oh, I pay $1 more than the competitors to you. So if that person come back to me, then I may pay $1 back. Well, usually it's not cost effective. So that was the case. That's the reason why grocery retailers feel reluctant to adopt this price match guarantee, unlike electronics retailer. However, with an aid of the new technology, this retailer, grocery retailer, Asta, adopts the price match guarantee. The idea is very simple. I mean, if the customers shop at my places, then there is a list of the items they purchase and how much they pay for each of those items. So when they come back home, if they log in, they can see the list of the products and the actual prices they pay. But there is one more column. The third column basically shows the best price in town. So any differences between actual prices and the best prices, then the system automatically compute how much that particular customer overpaid in today's shopping. So sum up all those overpayments, then ends up with, let's say, I overpay the $10 in today's shopping. Then I can print out the cash voucher for those $10. If I bring that cash voucher back to Asta for the next shopping, then the people can use that $10 for the next grocery shoppings. So in that way, Asta start adopting the price match guarantee as the first grocery retailers. And let me quickly speed up a little bit further. So then the third forms of the information is the consumer information file. Consumer information file, as I mentioned, is the basis, serve as the basis of the customer relationship management and the database marketing. And the main reason is the customer information file dramatically improves the marketing accountability. And the concept of the marketing accountability is the following. Here is the popular guy, John Wanamaker. He is a kind of the marketing pioneer and has do a number of the new marketing strategies in old days. But one day he mentioned that half the money I spend on advertising is wasted. So he suspected I spend huge amount of the money for advertising, but I don't think I use that money efficiently. But he mentioned one more thing. The trouble is I don't know which half. So this part, basically, he complained about my marketing decision is not accountable. If it is accountable, he would like to figure out where he wastes his money for the advertising. So lack of marketing accountability. He pointed out the lack of the marketing accountability in this case, long time ago. But the nature of the consumer information file, the informational content in CIF, consumer information file, basically improves. The marketing decisions are more accountable. And here may be the examples, but let me skip this. But that's the biggest advantage of the consumer information file. So our marketing decisions with the consumer information file can be more accountable. But on the other hand, CIF has its own disadvantage as well. The CIF lacks information about potential customers. The point is, well, once there are customers who are your current customers, then companies have really good amount of the information of their current customers, but they decided to stop using your services or they decided to leave. Then you lose the contact points and you stop collecting any further information about those customers who does not belong to your company. So potential customers, their customers are not your current customers. The company have no information. Or if someone decided to leave, then it's hard to figure out what is the reason your current customers decide to leave. So competitors' marketing actions, potential consumers, you don't have that much information. Even if the information contained in CIF is good enough to be the basis of the customer relationship management, but still there is the downside of CIF. But in general, even if you would like to do make the marketing decisions based upon the CIF, it has its own disadvantage and downside. So not necessarily use just only one source of the information. You better to combine the survey data, scanner data, and some other source of the big data together with the CIF. So that's the recent trend of the database marketing these days. Let me quickly introduce just a new source of the information. There are many examples, but let me quickly talk about the two examples. One is the eye tracker, and the other one is the clickstream data. Eye tracker is the information collected by this type of the devices. It looks like the glasses, but this device is basically tracking movement of your eye. How can we use these devices used by the retailers? For example, the information collected by using these devices, we can see that where your eyes look at in the shelf spaces. So for example, you start looking at these places, then your eye moves to here, then here. So you can see the path of your eye movements by these devices. Then when retailers collect that information from eye tracker, then summary information look like this. So the area with the red color, that's the places catch most of their customers' attention, eye attention. Then after collecting this data, how retailers use this information? Well, they show this information to the manufacturers. So Walmart collected this data, show this data to Coca-Cola, and show it to Coca-Cola. Hey, my shelf space, these spots are the sweet spots. Are you interested in displaying your products here or here? Then if Coca-Cola say yes, then Walmart can charge higher prices. Hey, if you would like to place your products in these places, then you have to pay more. So eye tracker has been used to popular in marketing. Well, And its main use of that is the price discriminate the shelf space by retailers to the manufacturers. Another new form of the data is called the clickstream data. Most of you know that the portion of the online shopping dramatically improves, right? So the marketing researchers become interested in knowing more about what kind of the online search happens before making the purchase decisions in the online shopping. So the clickstream data, as its name implies, it is the data collecting a stream of clicks you make. So before making the purchase decision, what clicks consumers make? So it's a complete sequence of the clicks on the web, helps understand the web surfing patterns. Well, here is the company. Comscore is the company trying to collect this type of the data. And this company tracks the web surfing behavior of a panel of over 2 million users. The rule is very simple. This company recruit number of volunteers. Well, I will pay, let's say, $100 every month. If you are interested in getting $100, then if you raise your hands, then what happened? They distribute kind of the devices and ask you to connect that devices to your main PC, personal computer. That's it. So they attach kind of the set-top box to your personal computer. After that, if you just use your computers like you do, then, however, every click you make in your computer through that devices, satellite transmitted to this company. So this company successfully recruit more than 2 million people. So keep constantly receiving this type of the clickstream data, and they basically sell this data to the other companies. At the same time, they do their own business consulting based upon that, business consulting about the online shopping, e-commerce, consumer behavior. So this company makes some money. Well, other than that, well, there is some other machines like the web spider or web crawler. But let me quickly wrap up the notion of the database marketing. So if you focus on the database marketing, which is a bit new form of relative to the traditional way of doing the marketing, there are two distinguishing nature of the database marketing. The first, database marketing rely on addressability of customers. So mainly due to technological advances of the database technology and the form of the which the customer information is now collected by the most of the companies. So the companies can be able to interact with customers in a one-to-one fashion. So that's the addressability. And at the same time, more importance of managing their customers in the long run. Like the acquisition is not the end of the story. Acquisition is the beginning of the story. Then we have to focus on how to retain our current customers and how to develop them further. So based upon these two key ideas, and the first addressability is has something to do with the direct marketing. And long-run management has something to do with the customer relationship management. So in this sense, when I talk about the database marketing, it's a combination of direct marketing and customer relationship management. So that's the paradigm shift happened in marketing, not very recently, but from the mid-90s. So now, one direction, today's marketing focus more on not the single customer, but a lot of customers, but individually different. And at the same time, focus on selling the products one time, but now we talk about how to manage our customers over their lifetime. So in each direction, the direct marketing has been more developed over years, and customer relationship management developed over years. At this intersection, there is a database marketing. So, well, I think today I tried to get you a very brief snapshot of what database marketing with some examples. However, well, if I usually teach this class, then my class consists of a number of examples like this, and I try to get more detailed and more complete, picture of the database marketing throughout the semester. Just a 45 to 1 hour is not bit short for me to deliver that complete picture of the database marketing, but if you have some good sense of what database marketing I would like to deliver at this moment of time, then I believe I do some good job for that purposes. So yeah, that's pretty much the story I have prepared for today.
Okay, thank you very, very much, Dr. Sang-woo. That was a very insightful presentation. I myself have kind of reviewed and learned for peace, those concepts like 3C, as well as the applications of database marketing. That was actually new to me and probably new to all the audience as well. Right now, we would like to open the opportunity for a question and answer session. Therefore, if you have any questions, you can leave it in the chat and we will be waiting for your questions if there is any. Okay, maybe while waiting for the questions to come up in your mind, we would like to have your inputs and feedback because they are very highly appreciated. Therefore, we could thank you for the presentation. Maybe the operator could help me give out the feedback survey code. Yes, as I've said before, your input and feedback is highly appreciated. You can fill out our feedback. Oh, is there a question? Okay, we will be waiting. As I've said before, we can scan this barcode and you can give your valuable inputs. And as an additional information, 2 lucky participants will be contacted by our marketing team to receive a gift of e-wallet top up of 50,000 rupiah each. So please respond to our feedback survey. We would also like to remind you if you have any additional inquiries regarding our programs, you can contact our SGU marketing officer for further details. I would like to remind you of the benefits. Firstly, you can receive a free business or professional coaching session with an expert from SGU or SolBridge. We are also offering scholarship up to 50% and free registration fee. Therefore, you can contact our admission officer for further details. Untuk live streamingnya apa boleh di-share, Kak? Okay, you're asking for the link for the live streaming on YouTube. Okay, perhaps the operator could help share the YouTube link. While waiting for your feedback, your questions or your inquiries regarding the presentation is very welcome. So if you have any questions about database marketing, you can leave it in the chat session. Thank you everyone for your feedback and attendance. All these benefits are only available until July 13. You have further inquiries, you can contact the SGU marketing staff for more details. With this, I would like to thank everyone for their attention during this webinar. And I would like to remind all participants to fill in the attendance form that was given earlier. Once again, thank you, Dr. Sangu. I'm Camilla. Thank you for having me as your host. You may leave now.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sin. Thank you.